Hi, today I'm going to show you my lab 1. I'm going to use the ASP.NET Core Web App Model View Controller template. So I'm going to name it Champlain-Lambert Upper App, and then I'm going to create my project. Now I'm in my index view, and I'm going to go copy the HTML code, HTML format. So body needs body, and then HTML. So in the body, we're going to add an H1 that says go upper go. If I remember correctly, go upper go. So now I'm going to create my form. I'm going to add a form. The route of the form will be to home, and the action of the form will be will be handled in the home controller, and it'll take a class of form group. So I created my go upper model, which has for attributes input text, check, which is a method that checks if the length of the string is smaller than 60. If it is, it returns the input text but to upper, and if it's not, it just returns the input text but as it is. And the clear, it clears the input text. So here I'm specifying that I'm using my model of my go upper model. My label here is specifying that it's for my input text of my go upper model, and my input type is also specifying that it's for my input text of my go upper model. And my value here, I'm using view bag, which is a dynamic view to which can be handled in the controller to display to the user. And here I'm specifying that the ID and the name are both input text, and the class is basically the CSS. I added 2 buttons. The first button is basically to submit my form, and the second one is the clear button. I'm going to put the methods handling, so this will be clear, and this will be enter, and I'm going to write these in my in the index of my controller. I'm resetting my viewBag.input to an empty string. This is called when the index view is created. Here are my 2 methods that handle the enter method, basically when the form is submitted. So at first, when the form is created, it uses the get method, it calls the get method, and it just resets my viewBag.input variable, and it returns the view. But when the button submit is being pressed, it posts whatever is in the input, what's in the input, and then it checks if it's null or not. The parameter is the go upper model, and it checks if the input text is null or not, and then it checks if it calls the check method of the go upper model, which just checks if the length is lower than the 60, and it returns the view of the index so that it stays on the same page. My last clear method is just to say that whenever I press my clear button, my clear at the end, and it basically clears my in my go upper model, it clears my input text, and it returns the view. So now if I run my code, I type something, since the length is lower than 60, it gives it back, but now it's more than 60, so it doesn't put it to uppercase. But let's say if I put it like this, it turns it to uppercase and I can clear it. Thank you.